As we head toward the midterm elections, there is, a development that cannot be ignored and should be celebrated. And it has nothing to do with a single candidate or a campaign ad. I mean, in 2025, progressive commentators and journalists have been on the rise. I mean, we have seen a huge increase in online engagement, party conversions, and even, voices getting louder through social media. So this has been documented across multiple platforms and across, multiple formats. Why does this matter, though? Well, because for years, the Republican Party and conservative media figures held a clear advantage in the digital information, persuasion, influence space. I mean, we're talking talk radio, we're talking network television, we're talking Instagram, TikTok, Substack, we're talking YouTube, podcast. I mean, the Republican Party, MAGA, they all basically, owned the algorithms. So conservative voices built, large, loyal audiences, long before Democrats really took digital media seriously. Not as a whole, obviously. This channel's been around forever. I mean, we have Brian Tyler Cohen has been around. We have David Pakman. There are some strong names that have been around. But those numbers have grown. That advantage shaped narratives. I mean, it drove fundraising, and it helped turn online attention into real world political power. What we're seeing now is not a takeover necessarily. Okay, we're looking at a catch-up game. In 2025, more progressive commentators and journalists are reaching larger audiences by doing something different from the past. They are leading with source material, court documents, bill text, full clips, not just little sound bites and, fake news. The audiences are really responding to this. And when there's trust, engagement grows. Engagement is growing across the board, not in just views, but in, comments, shares, repeat viewership. I mean, signs that people are really sticking around, not just scrolling past. So this is important, going into the midterms for a simple reason. Elections are not won by, TV ads anymore. They are won by who controls attention, trust, explanation in the months basically before voting begins. And for years, Democrats relied heavily on traditional media and campaign, infrastructure. Republicans built, parallel media systems that spoke directly to their base every single day. That, gap is now narrowing significantly. Not because, Democrats are shouting louder, but because more progressive voices are showing their work and treating audiences like adults. This doesn't necessarily guarantee a midterm success, okay? That being said, based on everything I'm seeing that happened in 2025 and the challenge seats that are going to be coming up in 2026, I feel very optimistic about it. Online engagement is not the same as voter turnout, and digital momentum can disappear basically overnight. But it does change the information environment. I mean, and for the first time in years, Democrats are not starting from a digital defect. Look, the question now is whether this engagement turns into organizing, volunteering, participation, or whether it stays, just online as something adjacent. That answer will shape the midterms more than any single campaign slogan. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.